NBC27 Digital Now Center. This is Beyond the Forecast with your most accurate local meteorologists.
Well, we say hello to all of you here as we get set to talk about the forecast and the weather at large. And that means a big-time thaw is on the way. And, of course, we are talking about some rain in the forecast as well. And we actually have a weird morning to talk about, so let's just go ahead and get into it here and show you. This is what we're dealing with in York City as of this moment, and that would be quite a bit of fog. And, in fact, let's take these graphics full screen for you here because I want to just play this out. It is a very foggy morning, but that is not the case everywhere. In fact, let's travel from York and go to Camp Hill, where the sun is out at Cedar Cliff High School. What a difference a few miles can make, especially here in good old central Pennsylvania. So Camp Hill dealing with some sunshine, York socked in with fog, and the visibility chart really shows this. I mean, this fog is running from parts of Adams and York counties over into Lancaster. Lebanon is socked in. I mean, Lebanon, Lancaster, and York all have visibility at or below a half mile, and it's almost that kidney bean shape there I've drawn on the current visibility map where we're having issues. To the west, there is no fog, and quite frankly, not only is there no fog, but the sun is coming out in a pretty big way. We are seeing clearing now all across the mid-state, and oddly enough, we have some rain showers to the west of us, right here, just to the west of us, that are having a hard time making it over the mountains. So, again, it's been a sort of a wild morning. We're seeing that play out here on satellite and radar and on temperature maps. York dealing with freezing fog. I want to point that out. The temperature in York right now is 30 degrees with fog. That fog is freezing to spots, and it could be making sidewalks and very cold surfaces, very cold untreated surfaces, slick this morning. Meanwhile, look at Chambersburg. 50 degrees. 50 degrees there in Chambersburg. And again, I'm just going to draw this. Here is essentially the Susquehanna Valley, right? And notice how that cold air just gets sandwiched in. Meanwhile, we've got warm advection trying to warm us up. And it's always going to hit those southwest counties first and then eventually work its way toward the rest of us. But it's going to take a while. Now, most of us are warmer than we were yesterday by a few degrees at this point from 24 hours ago, but not everybody. And we can see that surge of warm air trying to move in. Chambersburg's 21 degrees warmer. I should say Hagerstown. Chambersburg's over 20 degrees warmer than yesterday. Wild stuff. Gettysburg was socked in by fog earlier, and now the sun is out. The skies are clearing, and boy, what a day. Now, I do think we're going to fill back in with clouds as the day wears on. If we get more sunshine, then temperatures may sit in the 50s this afternoon. Otherwise, I think they level off into the 40s. There's going to be a nice breeze this afternoon from the west helping to dry us out. But that breeze could mean business, could gust to 30 miles an hour. You know, yesterday was not cold. It felt raw because of the clouds and the increasing moisture, but we did get to 43. And today I think we can get even warmer than that. And as you just saw on the map, some of us already are. Chambersburg sitting at 50 degrees. So breezy and mild here this morning in some spots. And we're going to see that mild air surge in the rest of the way. And then tomorrow we have high pressure building in behind all of this. It's going to be sunny for us on Thursday. So I'll tell you, Precision Cast did a nice job showing some of the clearing. It also kind of fills things back in some spots, but notice this wedge of clearing. If we stay sunny the rest of the afternoon, boy, that would be something because that means temperatures could really climb. Now, tomorrow, again, after some clouds and perhaps some fog to start, we open the skies up, and I think 50 could be the floor tomorrow rather than the ceiling. We could get into the mid-50s in spots, and we will be in the mid-50s both Friday and Saturday. Now, what's interesting here is Precision Cast likes a nice little line of showers to develop on Friday afternoon. I'm not totally sold on that yet. We're going to show you some other models here right now because there is a question. To me this morning, it looked like most of Friday would be dry, and Saturday would be the wettest day. Precision Cast still holds on to the fact that Friday could be wet in the afternoon as well. So let's take you through here. This is the latest run of the NAM model, and I'm going to play this out for you here just a little bit as we take a look at things. And let's move into the day on Friday because this does not really show much happening here. And this goes back to my larger point that I think most of Friday is dry. Here's Friday morning, and it just doesn't show much. Notice how spotty it is here through Friday afternoon. This does not have the same. This does not look the same as our precision cast did. And let me take you back to that here. Hold on a second. Let me take you back to that. There's precision cast, and so this is showing a little more in the way of a line of rain forming Friday afternoon. I'm not sold on that yet, but it is something we will be watching. Now, we know it's going to be breezy today. Winds at times 15, 20 miles an hour. It's going to be gusty. Winds could gust near 30 miles an hour before they back off this evening rather quickly and then quiet down tomorrow. I think tomorrow's going to be a stellar day. I mean, 50 degrees is the floor. We get a lot of sunshine and less winds. Perfect day to take down those Christmas decorations. Now, Precision Cast says maybe a tenth to a quarter inch of rain on Friday. If that happens, I think we probably get similar amounts on Saturday, and we get around a half inch. Now, I think it's possible most of Friday ends up dry. We get some rain showers or stray showers Friday evening and Friday night, and then Saturday looks like the wetter day to me. And, that's at least what I'm seeing for now. But that could change, and again, we have 48 hours on this. Plan for a few showers on Friday, but I do think Saturday is going to be a wet day. It's going to be mild. Temperatures could make a run at 60 degrees despite the rain, and then Sunday, notice what happens. Lake effect snow showers. It's going to be blustery and colder on Sunday. But again, colder, not necessarily cold. And then most of next week looks quiet for the farm show. If you have plans for the farm show, I think it'll be just fine. We're not talking about a deep freeze, and we're not talking about any snowstorms. In fact, the best chance to see some wet weather will be Friday and Saturday. We level things off Sunday, maybe just a flurry. And then most of next week looks dry. And I'll tell you, notice the temperature trend here. Yes, we peak this week. The January thaw peaks on Friday and Saturday with some rain and temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. But next week does not look that cold. The average high right now is 39, and we're going to sit right there or near average. Let me take this opportunity now to show you, again, some of the model data, okay, that we're seeing here in terms of the blend and the European. Let me get the right graphic here. There we go. This is the blend of models, and this has a similar story. We peak on Friday and Saturday, and then we level off next week to more seasonable temperatures. But there really isn't much of a return to the cold. Let's bring up the European. That takes us into the 60s on Saturday. That may be a little bullish, but also not until Martin Luther King weekend, and we said that. Do we really see any true Arctic air returning? And let's show you that now, too. We can take you to our 850 millibar temperatures, and we're going to show you that cold coming in for Martin Luther King weekend here. Let's do it, right? So again, this is going to stay warm. Oops, I want to switch bear with me here. We're going to stay warm here over the course, even through Farm Show week. I mean, Sunday, this is Sunday, you can see the trough coming in. It gets colder, but notice it levels out. It flattens out. It's not until the following Sunday, here it comes, that we start to see these minus 20 Celsius temperatures. That's Martin Luther King weekend. And yes, then we actually do tap into some Arctic air. But it's not until then, and it's only a 3-day stretch. It does not look to last. And that's something else that I wanted to emphasize here to everybody, because we need good Arctic air for snow, and we need it to sit and kind of set up shop over top of us for a while. And I don't see that happening anytime soon. And it would be nice to get that in January for you snow lovers. But the bottom line is this. Breezy this afternoon and mild. We could make a run into the 50s. A beautiful day tomorrow. Warm, less breezy, and then some rain Friday and Saturday. Especially Saturday looks wet. And we'll follow that up with slightly cooler temperatures for Farm Show week, but no big storms on the horizon. For Beyond the Forecast, I am meteorologist Brett Thackara. Thanks for spending time with me. We'll continue to post updates, everybody. Thanks so much, and enjoy your Wednesday.